Well, hello, and how is everyone doing? And I'm making a return again, and I'm doing this build for the DMC monthly build, the Diecast Modelers community, and you can find them on Facebook and on YouTube. There's a YouTube channel as well. And it's one of my favourites from when I was a child. I got one off me mum for being good at the dentist when I was knee-high to a grasshopper, and it must have been about 1968, 69, I'd have rough guess, maybe 70. I know I was only knee-high anyway. And I've been to the dentist, behaved, been good. So my mum got me a car on the way out, and we got it from a local shop in Whitefield called Coxon's, and unbelievably it used to be a cycle and toy store, but nowadays he just specialises in cycles, and he still exists, although in a new building. It's still the same business and still exists, but just does cycles now, racing bikes and mountain bikes. Anyway, one of the pillars was broke. Like I'm making one up from a couple of wrecks. One pillar were broken and I'm sewing the other couple down. It's because I know on this casting I've done one before. When you put the new repo parts in, you need a certain bit more so the two halves clamp together. It gives you a bit more room when you're screwing them together to clamp the two halves together. And I've actually picked the roughest body shell today. All the others were nicer, but I picked the roughest one. I may do another one of these in the future, because it is a favourite. And I may do it as a giveaway on my channel. I've not a clue yet, see how it pans out. But here I'm cutting off an original Dachshund emblem. And if you don't remember these refractor things, in the 60s, early 70s, were you actually a kid of the 60s? If you don't remember them, they were everywhere. You used to get little plastic things and they were on keychains, they were everywhere. You'd have footballers and all sorts. Corgi used this one, a little doggy. Wagged its tail and nodded its head as you moved it. I've got a bit later on that'll show it better. Anyway, here we are, drilling out the pillows. First one were a bit awkward, second one not much better, third one still awkward. It's the bit I hate the most, to be honest, drilling out the pillows. I could have, to be honest, with that back one, drilled the other one down more level with that. Because I had to use a long screw eventually. Anyway, these are all the parts I'm needing. I've got some repro dogs, and most of the parts are original, apart from the stickers are repros, that obviously. The dogs are repro. Well, I don't know, there were a poodle left in one, but I have a funny feeling it's a repro and not original. It looks too white for the age. I'd have assumed since 1960s it had faded a bit and got a little bit yellow, but no, it's a bit sparkling, so I'm assuming it's a modern repro. And here I'm just dusting a bit of primer on to the base, And here I'm just knocking, you can see there's a bit of a bend in the roof at the front, so I've just got a pair of pliers and knocking it flat. There we go, add a lot, do a bit more. And that's my filming light, I forgot to put it up. Anyway, there we go. It looks a lot better than it did. Like I said, I picked the roughest of all the castings to do. The other ones are better, so hey ho. It works anyway, it makes a nice one. And we're putting a bit of primer now on the top half of the body casting. I'm just using cheap pound shop primer, nothing special. And here I'm just using cheap paint spray can. Again, nothing special. Keep forgetting to switch on my light for filming. It were actually quite a good red match, that. And the white, that's just another pound shop paint. You don't get a great deal in a can, but it's enough to do a couple of castings. Ideally, if I'd have gone to get the proper white, I'd have probably gone and got an old English white or something from a car accessory shop. Just tone it down, but from what I remember, it were a pretty white on this model anyway. Anyway, there's two of the dogs in. I scraped. They'd been glued. I don't remember them being glued from the factory. I think you just put them in and you could take them out at will. I don't think they were glued in. I may be wrong, but I'm gluing them in. I've scraped the old glue off and I've glued them in with hoo-hoo. Anyway, the windscreen's going in after having this dip. It was dipped earlier on, you'd have noticed. Pledge. If you didn't notice, go back and have another look. I'm positive I put it in. I was probably yabbing over it. And here I've put the new replacement chassis in. And pressed it together, and I'm putting the screws in now. I've put them in, tightened them up. To be honest, I used a different length of screw on every one of the holes to close it up and grip well. But it worked. Anyway, I put some hoo-hoo glue on the back of the dash-hound sticker. And that's being placed on. That's what makes this car, to be honest. The actual refractor sticker or whatever. I can't remember what they were called. You're not a kid of the 60s though if you don't remember. They were on everything, toys and key rings. They were just everywhere in the 60s. 60s, early 70s. And it makes a huge difference to the sticker. I've done one with a sticker on and it just doesn't look right. Like I said, if you got this model as a kid, that dash-hound sticker on the front was one of the big things you remembered about it. And there we go. Mostly done. Then here we go. All we have to do now is dab a little bit of Tamiya Clear Red on the rear lights. And she looks a treat. she does. She looks a treat. Anyway, here's where we finished up. A quite beautiful corgi Chevrolet Impala Kennel Club. And it's another one now in my case with a collection. And looks damn good. As I've said, that dog on the front makes all the difference. Anyway, to all my subscribers, I wish a good thank you. And if you haven't subscribed, why not? And to everyone out there watching, tatty pie everybody. Tatty pie.